Hello friends, welcome to another episode of our YouTube channel, Youthful Expression, with your co-host Romain Smith here. I must apologize first and foremost that you have not seen me in much videos since the first upload, I think. It was reasons beyond my control, but I intend to be more frequent, to be more active in the uploads. And without further ado, let's dive right into this one, guys. What's up everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Youthful Expression. So guys, today's message is not a lengthy one. However, I hope this leaves as much impact on you as it did for me. So earlier on today, I was talking to one of my co-hosts, and she was just talking in the word, about this centurion man who was sick. I have heard this story before, and I've even read it myself. And there's just something about the word. It doesn't matter how much time you have heard it. It will still leave that stain, that imprint, that impact on you. And I've heard this story many a times, and it still leaves that impact on me. So this is a story about a centurion man who has a servant that was very ill to the point of death. And he heard that Jesus was passing through. So when he heard that, he sent Jewish elders to go and speak to Jesus, to ask him if he could come and heal his servant, And Jesus was following them. And when he got through the synagogue and was close to the house, the centurion man sent close friends of his to meet with a message, to meet Jesus with a message saying, I am not worthy that you should come under my roof. So I did not presume to come to you myself, but send the word to my servant. The mighty God we serve, man. My servant will be healed. That's the faith that the centurion man had, right? For I too am a man of authority, and soldiers are under me. And I say to one, go, and he go. And I say to another, come, and he comes. And I say to my servant, do this, and they do. And Jesus heard, he marveled, and he turned to the crowd that was following him, and he said, not even in Israel have I seen, found such faith. So I entitled this message, Determination and Faith. Now, there is also a similar story that I love very much in the gospel, and I'm sure that you are familiar with it. You can find this story in Matthew 9:20-22, also in Mark 5:25-34, and also in Luke 8, I think 43-48, something there about with the lady with the issue of blood. Now, two things were active in this lady that I wish I had as much as she does. The faith that she carried and the determination. Now, back in those days, if you were a woman and you were on your monthly cycle, you would be considered as impure or unclean. And if you were out in public, you could be killed. So it was normal for them. So women would normally stay away from the men or crowd or in open areas when things like that were happening. Now this lady was sick for a number of years, and she heard that Jesus was in town. Now this woman had such huge determination. That the faith, it could be viewed either way. Whether her faith gave her the determination to get up and to decide that she's going there, or her determination gave her that faith to go. And she got out her house, just think about it. She went down on her belly, all fours as you would say, and she was just crawling in the dirt, crawling in the mud, in the gravel, through the crowd. She could have been killed also by a mob or anybody if they had noticed that this woman is out in public and she has an issue of blood. But she did not care because her eyes was on the prize. And I really love that story so much, because I think that some of us are being too distracted from the prize, the target that we should really fix our eyes on. And as a young Christian, I really don't want to be distracted by people, and this lady was just crawling through the gravel. Just thinking about it, she may have left a trail of blood also, depending on how much she was actually, passing. And the people were probably stomping on her legs, in dust in her face, in her eyes, in her mouth, things like that. But she had the determination and the drive to carry on. No, she acknowledged the Creator when she touched the hem of his garment. With the faith that she had, she acknowledged him by saying, even though it wasn't in words, "This is enough to heal me. I don't have to touch your skin. You don't have to physically touch me or pray for me," or whatever. She knew with the faith that she had that this would be enough. She touched the hem of his garment. No, Jesus, oh God, he stopped doing what he was doing. And imagine turning to his disciples and saying, "Someone touched me." And Peter is the bold one. Peter probably might have said, "Yes, Lord, you are in a crowd. Everyone is touching you." And Jesus probably looked at Peter and said, "No, someone touched me. Virtue has left his body." And he turned and acknowledged that woman with the faith and the determination she has. Said, "Your faith has made you whole." What a good God we serve. Just talking about that story and I'm having goosebumps. I love that story so much. Right? This is my take on it. The God that we serve, if you acknowledge him, there's no doubt that he will acknowledge you. He will not just turn a blind eye to you. That's not the God we serve, who will go against his word or say, it's whatever. It's no. The God that we serve, if you acknowledge him, if you show up, he will show up. If you are there, he will be there. Just acknowledge him. No. I love this. Also, I came up with it. It just came to me. So, there's this very famous sport called horse racing, right? Typical horse racing. And the men who rides the horse, they're called a jockey. Now, a horse is a very massive, muscular, I would say a beast, very strong, very muscular, and they could weigh up to 800 pounds easily. They could run up to 60 miles per hour, even 80. depending on the breed of horse. And strong, just very strong. Now the jockey, he puts a certain amount of gears on the horse, right? And it's called a saddle. It's one name, but it has so many different parts. Like there's even a mouthpiece that goes in the horse's mouth, headband, and all of that. The point that I'm trying to get at here are 2 points actually. The horse, even though it has so much tenacity and power and strength, it still needs somebody to take control, to direct that horse in the right path, right? However, the horses, they normally wear something on their face right here that allows them to see straight ahead and not to the left or to the right, and it's called blinkers or blinders. No, it gives the horse tunnel vision, and tunnel vision is the vision that you see directly ahead of you. You cannot turn left, you cannot turn right. Tunnel vision. Now, with that, the horse has no other choice but to go straight ahead, straight to where he is being directed, and I love that. Sometimes you find young people in church, and they're looking left. Do you see what Sister Samantha is wearing over there? Her dress has a split on it. Or looking right, Mr. John, I don't just call him random names here. His shoes is broken or something like that. And we're focusing on the wrong things because we don't have our blinkers on. We don't have the tunnel vision to just go straight, to go for the prize, to go for the goal. We're distracted all over and over. And there are so much more I could have said, but the words aren't coming out the way that I want it to. My heart is on fire right now. If only you could hear what my heart is saying about this. Youths, brethren, stay on the straight and narrow. Have that tunnel vision. Put on your blinders and allow the jockey to just carry you through. Stay in the path. The straight and narrow is the only way. Stay fixed and firm, brethren. I promise you, at the end of the race, the victory is so sweet. Now, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in again to another episode of Youthful Expression with your host, Romain here. I promised you already that you'll see much more of me. And I hope that this message was as influential to you as it was to me. So just please like, share, and subscribe this video, and have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you.
Ikayalami